rattlesnake rattler. Hey, so that made me think.
Hold on a minute. Before we go any further, we got to do something. We're live. Welcome to the Iron Palace Podcast. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Iron Palace Podcast, the world's most anabolic podcast that puts more plates on the bar and fewer excuses in your mouth.
Yeah. That intro caught me off guard.
I know.
It was very loud, too.
I was like,
My favorite was your laugh. Like, no words. Just
what's funny, you know, we're sitting down here with all the recording equipment and everything. It's all on and recording, and it catches me off guard when we start. I'm like, that's what I should have expected.
especially whenever, like, if we don't have guests on, it's real bad. I have to stop. Well, like that, I have to stop conversation. Otherwise, we're going to be here for hours without knowing we actually started. And then I'm going to be here for even more hours editing.
Yeah.
I mean, the editor will be.
Oh, yeah, right. Our editor.
Yeah. Anyways, you had a thought.
Oh,
Had.
It wasn't.
Had.
Yeah, had. That's the operative word there. It was not a podcast thought.
It is now.
Is it safe to be a podcast topic?
I don't know.
Don't worry, the editor will catch it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, no. No. So I thought in your intro there that you're like, puts more plates on the bar, and then I thought you were going to go more plates, more dates. And I was like, whoa, wait, we can't use that, you know.
No, it's already taken. You ever seen his workout videos?
No.
Yeah, I think he didn't put up a lot. He's never been big in the watch me work out thing. And even in his one he did put up, he even said, we're talking about more plates, more dates, by the way. In case you didn't know, we're real up on it. But he said, don't watch me work out. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just in here. Like, I mean, he's really smart. He's like
it's because, I mean, as far as any of the other stuff, like the SARMs, all that, he's up on all of that.
Oh yeah, he's like a genius on all of it.
He must be like a chemistry major or something.
I don't know.
He sounds like one.
I watch him and then I just remember some of the words he said, so I can sound really smart later.
Yeah.
Don't ask me what any of them are right now because I haven't watched them in a while.
Yeah, but yeah, dude sounds like he has a PhD in chemistry.
Yeah, but he'd put out a workout video because I guess people just kept asking for it because he always looks like he's got like Death Stars on his shoulders. His shoulders are insane. Yeah. And so he did one the whole time. It was like, just don't watch me. Yeah. And I think it might have been Greg Doucette. I don't know. Someone did a review of it talking about how bad it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, he even told you.
Yeah.
Don't watch this.
Yeah.
He's like, does this guy even know how to work out? He's like, not really.
Yeah, he said he didn't.
Yeah, I was like, he's like, I'm here to talk about what's in, your pre-workout, your protein, your BCAAs. He's like, that's what I'm here to talk about.
Yeah. I'm here to talk about the nutritional facts of everything that you may be taking.
Yep, which is also wild that he's been on Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Like, he's probably like the only gym bro, like, influencer that's ever wound up on Joe Rogan. Because I don't think Robert Oberst counts.
No. I mean, he's a pro strongman.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got there because of his strongman status, not necessarily because of his influencer status. Even though I think Obi's trying to really lean into the influencer stuff, but
which is smart.
Oh, yeah.
He's coming back out of the strongman world and trying to get more into, which is smart. Yeah, kind of like Mitch Hooper's doing, but Mitch Hooper's somehow really good at doing everything.
It's almost aggravating how good Mitch Hooper is at stuff.
Just almost. Yeah, it's more than just aggravating.
What was that overhead press?
Oh, 400 God!
Off the blocks.
Yeah.
Speaking of 400 pounds.
Are you talking about the jerk he did?
Yeah.
Yeah, where he was with Medeiros and Hafthor?
It was crazy heavy, and I was like,
yeah. He makes me mad because he's just, he's that good at everything. But speaking overhead press, did you see where Hafthor dropped that on his back?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I like he captioned it. I broke my back.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson.
Spinal.
Yeah, spinal.
It was awesome. Then he posted the picture of like his wife pulling his shirt back so you can see like his whole bruised arm. Yeah. He's like, I'm fine. I was like, God. Just dropped like.
Well, that's like when that keg fell and hit
Shaw.
Brian Shaw, and he just shrugged.
It was almost
off.
like he didn't know it happened.
Yeah.
He just keeps just. It just. I went over the bars. It was fine.
Yeah.
Remember when Dwayne hit that tree and that 56 come down? He just brushed it off.
That's because Dwayne's built different, dog.
He's got that dog in him. Yeah.
My favorite is that I heard the button thump before the sound. I heard
That button was pressed with authority.
It was. I have not hit it that thing much. So.
Yeah, I know.
That sounds personal.
We've been lied on the dog button.
been light on the dog,
Yeah.
So anyways, we talked about it a little before, but I mean, it seems like we should probably talk about it on the podcast, considering it's somewhere in our realm of information. Is Sam Sulek competing in bodybuilding for the first time ever?
Yeah.
Preface all this conversation with we are not bodybuilders. Well, technically, me and Holland are bodybuilders right now. I'm just
basically
saying.
we're.
I mean,
You identify.
yeah.
Yeah, we currently identify as bodybuilders.
Yeah. Read them and weep, Yeah. But anyways, so any of this conversation, take it with a grain of salt, especially if you are, like a 3-time winner and a coach.
Yeah, right. maybe if you're a person that trains IFBB pros or something.
Yeah. Or just, trains anything other than strength sports.
Yeah.
Maybe tune out for this conversation because we really don't know what we're talking about. For anybody else that it doesn't apply to and is curious on our thoughts, here they are. Go ahead, Holland.
So I will say, though.
Successfully teed up.
I will say, though, that I think that his Instagram pictures, like leading up to the like his prep pictures and stuff leading up to it, I was expecting him to look more
bigger,
fuller,
yeah,
than he did. But maybe it was the cut was rough. I don't know.
Well,
but
keep in mind he doesn't have a coach. He did all of his whole prep, everything he's done by himself. So
and he did win the thing.
He did win the thing. Now I get that it wasn't. It was just an NPC qualifier. Actually, I don't think was it an NPC qualifier, or was it just an Arnold qualifier, or are both of them the same thing? Either way, I know he's qualified for the Arnold. I don't know what the heck I just said.
The Arnold. The
Arnold. But I thought for his first ever show and first prep, first all of it, I thought he did, and not having a coach.
Yeah. And
probably his first calculated cut where he's trying to target.
Yeah, every other time I think it's just been really cutting for the fun of it. Yeah. I don't think he's actually cut like show cut. Yeah, like me and Holland are doing right now.
That's right. Yeah, and I say he probably looked better on stage than I'm going to.
You hush your mouth. There's no way, dude.
Yeah,
look at them forearms. Peep them right there. Editor, zoom in.
That's right.
Easy, Mike. Holy. But yeah, I know a certain friend of ours had mentioned that he's on more gear than a lot of pros are. Very possible.
Oh yeah.
Okay, more than possible. We know he is.
Yeah.
But my thing is still on gear or off gear, amount of gear, whatever it is, he's still not had as much time as a lot of pros, or he's only, how old is Sam?
He's a young dude.
23? Yeah. Yes, he's still got a long time to go.
Yeah. But I think maybe people kind of resent the amount of attention he's getting. He's won one show.
I do get that.
But
my thing is he got big and became popular before he competed.
Yeah.
He became popular and everything based off his attitude, just like the way he is.
Yeah.
Like just his overall being before that.
Yeah.
So,
but do you think maybe that tainted the judges' scoring?
I'm not saying it didn't. Now, I'm definitely not going to say.
I thought he looked better than what was else.
Now, I will agree with that. Again, we're not bodybuilding judges, but
I thought he did look better than the rest of them.
I agree. I will say that, like you said, him competing in Classic, didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, everything you've seen of him until this point is just massive.
Yeah.
But that was a pretty deep cut. I mean, like.
Yeah, what was he weighing before that?
260, 270?
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. Oh, did his back looked insane.
Yeah.
Like that was probably the most, like I seen a lot of people, whether people were hating on him or loving on him, it was either way. I heard pretty universally people were saying his legs were kind of lackluster.
Yeah.
Which I agree. So, but I thought first ever show, pretty dang good.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's going to compete at the Arnold, but in the amateur classic, I mean, I definitely say that puts him in a better light to win.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if he's competing up in the classic with any of the pros, nowhere near it. Yeah. That would be like them putting Chris Bumstead winning the open bodybuilding that time.
Yeah.
I mean, a little different because Chris Bumstead is like leagues above Sam.
Yeah.
But still, I thought he looked great.
Yeah.
Looked better than I'm ever going to look, that's for sure.
Hey, now. Hey. Don't.
Hey,
Hey,
man, that was
don't
very
you talk like that.
That was that was very convincing. hey, now, you're a rock star. Go play now.
But again, how tough is it to stay on a cut because the Arnold's just 2 weeks after his competition?
Yeah,
It's true.
That's right.
It's true.
Those of you that didn't hear that question or that comment, he said, how hard is it to stay on a cut? Because his next competition he's going to do is just 2 weeks after.
Mm-hmm. I think it's stay ready, ain't got to get ready.
Yeah. But at the same time, though, like, are you going to be able to make – you've got to put on some more weight.
Oh, you have to.
Because you can't stay that dehydrated that long.
No, you'll die.
know?
Like, quite literally, you'll die.
Yeah.
I mean, you got wrestlers that do it week in, week out.
Yeah, that's true.
But is that down to like 5% body fat, though?
Oh, yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
But wrestlers are built different.
Yeah, they're
That's also
they're
true.
crazy, so.
Yeah.
Did you see his meal afterwards?
No.
He had chili dogs.
Chili dogs?
Can I be honest with you, though? Like, as much, like, I watch it.
I like chili dogs.
I watch a lot of Sam Sulek, but I can honestly say, though, I've never watched his full videos.
Yeah.
Which, that's kind of how I consume content these days. I'm very short form because my attention span is very short. So I tend to think everything through a lot with like, okay, I could watch this 20-minute video and I'm going to have to pay attention. Or I could watch this 10-second clip and be doing something else real soon. I don't know why my brain thinks that way.
The Iron Palace podcast is the only thing that I watch all the way through.
Oh, exactly. Because you can listen to it without having to watch.
Yeah.
Or if you find yourself with time on your hands, you can watch.
Yeah.
So
You get to see us.
exactly.
Which
I mean, in like 12, 13 more weeks, probably better to look at. It's not bad right now.
yeah.
But
Ripped. Shredded.
yep.
Like a julienne salad.
I was going to say like cheese, but that's way better. Like a julienne salad.
How's your cardio going, by the way?
It's pretty easy. I mean, it's just 25 minutes 5 times a day.
What are you doing?
Or 5 times a day. 5 times a week.
Whoa.
Darn, I'm always cardioing.
Man.
I'm the most cardioed guy I know.
I was like, wow, he's doing way too much. I got to up mine.
No, all I do right now is it's 25 minutes a day, 5 times a week. So I just walk on the treadmill. I up the speed until my heart rate gets to about 130, and then I just hold it and then I raise the incline a little bit. It's kind of the extent of it. It's nothing fancy. Whatever keeps my heart rate elevated and keeps it there for about 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Unless you're on a janky treadmill at a certain place that, that we know of, that likes to not work sometimes.
Yeah.
Because the safety key is a little too safe.
It's very safe.
Yeah. I dropped my phone the other day, not like in the floor or on anything other than the little phone stand.
Yeah.
And it safety key. Couldn't do anything. I was shut down. I was 15 minutes in. I'm just done. I was like, this is the most bogus thing I've ever been a part of.
I went to start it, and I was going to adjust the height and weight stuff because I was wanting to give a little more accurate idea of calories burned or whatever. And somehow I brushed against the little safety key.
Dude, I could just breathe too hard one time.
And 20 minutes later, I finally got it started back.
I've learned if you kind of jimmy a little bit, it's going to be halfway in, halfway out.
It's so aggravating.
Yeah.
So your cardio doesn't sound as awful as mine.
To be fair, though, I have to put muscle on a little bit here, so I can't do crazy cardio.
I got a lot of fat to lose, but man, it's killing me.
Are you weighing daily or weekly or anything, or are you just kind of?
I've only weighed once. I weighed last week.
I'm supposed to weigh daily, fasted, and then give him an average every Saturday.
Yeah. So I didn't weigh before we started, officially started our cut. I didn't think to weigh myself then. But
actually, you weighed yourself at the Superman push-pull.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty close to when we started. That's not too far off.
Well, I'd already, because, remember,
that's
before we officially started, I kind of started the cut already.
Yeah, it was, I think, 2 weeks shy. So, I mean, that's still a baseline.
So, but I've lost 17 pounds since we started.
Heck yeah. I'm down, as of last Saturday, I'm down about 11 and a half-ish. I don't know how I feel about it yet.
Yeah.
I will say it doesn't hurt my self-esteem as much, seeing as how I'm trying this time.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I feel a little better about it.
Yeah. Have you noticed any kind of strength loss yet?
Not yet, but I've not pulled or really pushed a lot of heavy stuff yet. It's mostly a lot of reps. So not
pulled 600 at the Superman.
Yeah, that was before we started the hard cut. I'm on legitimate show prep right now. I didn't realize how deep cut this show prep is until I'm at work. I think it was yesterday. I was eating, my 6 ounces of chicken and 175 grams of rice.
Yeah.
And I'm at lunch eating it, and Michael, an actual bodybuilder who's competed in bodybuilding, he opened his, he goes, "Look, balanced meal, vegetables, rice, and everything." I was like, I'm not allowed to have vegetables. My diet plan is just chicken and rice 2 times a day, and then 2 meals of steak and, 1 meal of steak and rice, and then steak and potatoes, and then 1 meal of steak, eggs, and fruit. And he was like, "Wow, that's real deep cut." I was like, "You're telling me."
I'm the one that's hungry all day.
Yeah. I was like, I somehow eat 5 times a day, and somehow I'm hungry all day.
Yeah, it don't sound fun at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say it's not.
I'm glad I did not do this with you.
I'll say it's not terrible yet. Right now, I'm still in the manageable, doable phase.
Yeah.
I can see this getting to real suck later, but that's what I told him. As much as I love sugar or love sweets, I'm pretty good. I can stay away from them pretty easily.
Once you stay off of them for a while, though, you don't really crave them like you did.
No. Dude, we're going to be at an Airbnb. I'm going to bring chicken thighs up there. And I'm going
to have pizza.
You have whatever you want, dog.
Yeah, I'm going to have pizza.
I'll be right there next to you. 175 grams of rice.
A couple of beers. And
I'm going to have to talk to Sam about that.
I'm going to be drinking water, and I'm going to be eating 8 ounces of tuna.
So how's your water intake?
And some Brussels sprouts.
How's your water intake been? 'Cause I will say that's probably what I've struggled with the most.
Yeah.
Eating, I've never had a problem eating.
Yeah.
But the water intake, I'm just really bad at.
Yeah. I'm definitely not getting enough.
What are you supposed to be drinking?
A gallon a day. Like I'm getting
You
close.
struggle with that?
Yes, Alan. That's what I said. Good God!
That's-
Don't hydro shame me.
Hydro shame. How many ounces are in a gallon?
128.
Man,
Are you like a genius or something?
I drink probably 2 gallons a day.
And so you know how many ounces are in it? 2?
Yeah.
There's 128 ounces in a gallon.
I know that. He just said that.
I was just amazed by how quick he
Yeah.
had that number.
I like Michael. Hey, there's 128 ounces. Like right after.
He ain't got earphones. He can't hear.
It's like he woke. It's like he woke up from a dream. 128 ounces.
Yeah. 128 ounces. What are you guys talking about?
So I'm probably getting maybe 3/4 of a gallon a day.
I'll probably
maybe.
drink a gallon from the time I get home to the time I go to bed.
Wow, I'd be
I
up all night.
I do.
man.
I pee a lot.
What do you do? Have a funnel and you just constantly.
I got a big 32-ounce cup and I just drink it.
When it's empty, you just fill it up again.
Fill it
right?
up again.
I'm really glad we.
That's usually 3
I
or 4
just
times.
drink it.
3 or 4 times a night. I'm filling it up.
I place it up to my lips and I tilt my head back.
And depending on how empty the cup is, I tip it a little further up.
Sometimes I shake it at one of the kids and make them go get me a cup.
There you go.
I'll be honest, that's why I want kids so bad. I'm just tired of doing everything.
I'm tired of
They can cut grass.
I'm tired of going after my own snacks.
I'm 31 years old. I'm still out here getting everything by my dang self, dude. Hey, this is garbage. Can I borrow one of y'all's kids for a little bit? I got some stuff I need
I was
done.
about grown and gone, so
Whenever I lived in Washington, I had a friend, and like every time her son got in trouble, she'd text me, or like she'd do it to like all of us. She'd just text everybody, "You got some yard work or something needs done? Like I need him to be out of the house for a while." He was like 10 and just at that attitudinal age of a 10-year-old.
labor.
So she said that one time her neighbor was out there like weed eating. She said, "Hey, he'll weed eat for you." He goes, "Okay." Went to hand him the weed. She goes, "Nah, by hand." So he's out there weed eating the fence line, just pulling.
I thought she gave him some scissors, maybe.
No, he's just out there pulling it. I was like, "My Lord."
Man, that made me think. I used to install swimming pools when I was in high school. Well, I did it every summer through high school and into college, and I subcontracted out for this guy, and so like he would get the jobs and the pools and stuff, and I'd go pick up the pools and just have directions to the house, and then whatever. One morning we was over there at his shop. I guess this may be my senior year in high school, and he's there, and there's this kid with him. It's like 12, and it was one of his neighbor's sons, and he'd gotten in some kind of trouble or whatever, and his dad was like, "Here, put him to work. You punish him or whatever." And well, Jack, the guy that I worked for, he's like, "I don't know what to do with this kid," and he was like, "Take him with you. Have him open boxes and count parts or something." And I was like, "Yeah, whatever," So, so he jumps in the car with us, and he was talking about, you got in all this trouble and blah blah blah. And it was around the 4th of July. I think it might have been the 3rd of July that we were doing this. And he was like, "Yeah, he's not gonna let me shoot off any fireworks and all this." And we're like, "Well, we're going to pass some fireworks stands."
Just so happens
We were going down 411 into Vonore,
Oh, that's where they all are.
And back before this is when you couldn't buy them in Maryville. So we stopped and bought like, I don't know, $100 worth of fireworks. And we shot most of them off out of the van going down 411.
Even better. How many fireworks did that get you back then?
A lot.
Because nowadays it gets you like a couple of packs of bottle rockets.
I know, it's so crazy. The inflation on fireworks is ridiculous.
I remember it was a couple of years ago.
If you spent $100 on fireworks, you had a fireworks show that would last.
That's like Taco Bell. If you spend $100 at Taco Bell, you used to get infinite tacos.
Dude, if you spent $20 at Taco Bell back in the day, you couldn't eat all of it.
No. Now you spend $20 on Taco Bell, it means you got one meal.
Yeah. What's that?
I could.
Yeah, I think it was a couple of years ago. My stepdad said, "Hey," he said, "we got these fireworks, that we're not gonna be able to shoot off. You want to go shoot them at your house?" I was like, yeah. how many you got? And he goes, that's about $100 worth. I was like, don't mind if I do.
Yeah. It was a handful of bottle rockets.
It was not much. Not much. Yeah. And then I think it was more than $100 because he also had like this one pack. He said, yeah, I spent like $70 just on this one mortar set. And I was like, bro.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm thinking that's like commercial grade.
Oh, yeah. This is like Boomsday
Yeah,
stuff.
dude, I'm about to like really light up the sky. This is going to be sick. And I get over there and it's like a little cardboard tube. Yeah.
6 mortars.
Yeah. I was like, they were cool. They were good, but I'm just like in my head.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If I'm spending $70 on something that all it does is go boom one time.
Yeah.
Like that should be a lot. No.
But yeah, so we shot all those fireworks off. We, did the pool, whatever, got back. Well, that kid was not smart because he should have played it off like he had a rough day and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
His dad would have worked him all summer.
Yep.
But he was like, yeah, I can't wait to go back. He was talking about how much fun he had and all that. So his dad was like, well, he can't work there.
Yeah.
And so then he put him to mowing yards.
Good God. That's like whenever I was a kid, I'd like stub my toe or something. I'd just like terrorize my grandmother. And I stubbed my toe and she said, what'd you do? So I stubbed my toe on this thing. She said, well, that's what you get. And I said, it didn't hurt. She said, you know what? Go out there and see your papaw. He'll teach you something. And papaw's out there building a deck. So I walked out and he goes, what do you want? Grandma told me to come out here. He said, why? I was like, I don't know.
Because I stubbed my toe.
I didn't say nothing. Yeah. I was like, I don't know. Guess you just want me to help you build a deck. Next thing I know, I'm helping build a deck. And therefore, I never stopped building those while I was with Papa. Because I felt like there was always a new deck to be built around his house. We're either tearing one down and rebuilding it, or we're just building a new one.
There were 17 decks at that house.
Dude, that's no joke, man. They had just got a pool put in, and it was like this big oval one. Like looking now, that also has to be something else that got more expensive as time went on. Because now you get like a small 4-foot like round one, and that's like, dude, you're rich if you can afford that. But like back then, dude, that thing was huge, just like this big oval pool. I don't know where that thing came from, but then that was where they said, you know what, we need a deck that goes all the way around it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then we got to build the stairs up to the existing deck. But now the existing deck doesn't look as good as that deck. So we need to rebuild this one. And there it went. We just kind of worked that way.
Yeah.
Until we circled back around a couple of years later. Now we don't want the pool anymore. So we took the pool down, had to tear that deck out.
I'm surprised you didn't fill in the oval with decking and just have a huge.
You ain't kidding. You ain't kidding. I'm glad the idea didn't happen upon them.
Yeah.
Or else we probably would have. I'd still be out there building the deck.
He's like, I got tired of mowing this yard, so I decided to deck over all of it.
Now, that's not a terrible idea. It's kind of what I'm thinking with the front yard. If I just make a big concrete pad,
yeah,
I don't have to mow. Because I thought the idea was if I just let y'all park in the front yard and we make it a mud pit, I don't have to mow. And that kind of worked.
It's working.
We're working on it. It's just hard to get out sometimes.
That's my point, is now it's working a little too well. Of course you did.
I backed up to your truck. I'm in the driveway.
Whoa.
I just did a 360 and I ended up perfectly beside Alan.
Hey, that works.
I went further down so I could tear up more of your yard.
Thank God.
Yeah, my dad had about that same attitude about yard work. He was like, man, if I had this to do over again, he said, I'd pave the whole thing and I'd just paint it green.
Yep. Dude, I'm telling you, I think people in Arizona have it right.
Yeah.
They either have rocks or turf.
Yeah.
Not a single person owns a lawnmower. Like, boys, like, y'all got it figured out here. It's never cold. You don't have to mow. It's always sunny.
Yeah. A friend of mine had put in an in-ground pool, and they're around like one half of it, one side. That's what he did, was put in artificial grass, put in turf, because he still wanted it, but then he didn't want kids like tracking grass into the pool and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's just
makes sense.
It's kind of sweet,
And plus, you're not going to burn your feet on turf.
Right.
I don't know.
It's not as bad as concrete.
I was about to say not as bad as concrete. That's like so the deck I used to have a pool.
Hot, though.
Yeah, I used to have a pool, and the deck that was around it, we painted like I don't know, it wasn't black, but it was a very dark color. And when I tell you that was a mistake, that was a mistake. Because nothing is hotter than getting out of a pretty good feeling pool and then your feet turning to fire.
Your feet, when you touch the deck, your feet sizzle.
Yeah.
Your skin sticks to it.
Yeah, you're like leaving a trail of skin as you're walking.
Oh, gosh. Hey, that's a nice shirt you got there.
Yeah, friend got it for me.
Yeah. I saw that he'd had some Gilly Brogues had posted some stuff here recently.
Yeah, he actually just sent me, I think the registration is up for North Georgia.
Okay, yeah.
So.
Yeah, the actual stone lifting part of it, right?
I think so. He sent it to me earlier. I haven't checked it out yet, but I will.
But yeah, go check out Operation Gilly Brogues.
Oh, show, dog. I don't know what that means.
I don't know. Caleb's like, I'm just shooting from the hip today.
Dog, I don't know what to do with my hands. Yeah, I'm just here. I feel like we spent forever trying to get this lighting correct. I'm over it.
It looks good though.
We're about to not do any more video because I'm sick of it.
After we just earlier told everybody to go check out the video.
Yeah, after this one, it's going to be iffy.
Yeah. So watch them while you can.
Yeah, there's about to
What
be.
am I going to do
What do you mean?
if you get rid of video?
You can just keep doing that. It's fine. We'll still sit over here.
Yeah, we'll still keep our. We have assigned seats, Alan.
Yeah, Alan. Yours is over there. Mine's over here. Holland's over there.
Yeah. Dave's is there.
Dave is there. And sometimes there's someone else here.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I think it was Dave and I were talking. I was trying to remember. I was trying to remember who was I was talking to about this, and I was going to make sure that it wasn't you that I was talking to about it because then
I don't know, but hey, let's bring it up. Let's find out together.
I have a CPR torso.
For what?
CPR training purposes.
Oh yeah, okay.
What? I used to be an instructor.
That's what I'd say too. Go ahead.
Whatever.
That's fine. I'm sure.
Putting it in the guest chair instead of Batman and putting the helmet on and it was David because we were going to see how long it took you to notice.
Why do y'all do that? Like I'm not going to notice immediately.
We were going to play off like we didn't. We're like, I don't know what.
Dude, like there is not a thing that goes on in this podcast that I don't notice almost immediately.
Yeah, it's funny. I was talking about it with Felicia. You know, like David is really easily amused, but at the same time, though, you are just as easily distracted by his. You know, like,
oh, every time, every time.
like
I mean, that intro was like, was it that intro? No, there was one that it was like world's most anabolic podcast. That Dave, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I, for the life of me, still don't know what I was going to open that show with. Like that one was that's completely gone. That's Aaron Hernandez gone forever.
What? Too soon?
Sorry, struck a nerve with Mike over there.
Oh yeah, he was a Gator, wasn't he? Yeah.
Ew.
He was on the best team that ever played college football.
He was part of that. He was part of that little dinky team with Tebow. Yeah.
Little dinky team.
Yeah.
Hold on though. I like Tebow.
Yeah.
Not as a player. I like him personally.
Tebow, the best, worst quarterback to ever play college football.
Have you seen the pictures?
I said that and I was like, man, it might have been too much.
Have you seen the pictures that have a picture of Tebow next to Eli Manning? And it says people that don't know this sport wouldn't know that the guy on talking about Tebow is not a professional football player.
Yeah. You know, one of these quarterbacks is in the Hall of Fame.
The other's Tim Tebow.
Yeah, and you got Eli Manning looks like an accountant.
He does. Like, it's both of them, dude. Like him and Peyton both.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I will say Peyton does have like the most iconic forehead. I saw that, like, I forget where, I think that meme goes around everywhere, but it's like a picture of just like here up.
Yeah.
It says, everybody knows who this is.
Yeah.
I was like, 100%. I don't even have to guess. Like, just give me one.
Yeah. You know,
I don't know. He's doing that thing. I keep seeing the commercial for it.
oh. Oh, yeah.
Dang. The main thing, though, the main topic that really needs to come up today, this is the most important thing we're going to talk about today. Some say it's the most important thing to talk about ever. I had to do it since Dave's not here.
Yeah.
The U.S. beat Canada.
Oh, yeah.
In hockey.
Now they're
in their own house.
championship game is coming up.
In Canada.
When was it?
After they booed
The national
the
anthem.
national anthem.
Yes.
Get wrecked, son.
3 fights.
9 seconds.
Yeah, I was like, they dropped the opening puck, and then dude was
Dude.
like, kabah!
He's like, swing at it, dog. I'm swinging on you.
The two brothers said, "You want it first? You want?" He goes, "I'm going to hit him first." He goes, "All right, I'm getting the next one."
I mean,
Dude, I was like,
it was so epic.
it reminded me of the Mighty Ducks, like where they're teaching that kid how to fight, and he's just like, slings the gloves off. I was like, bro,
Yeah.
just
No, Thursday they're playing Canada again for the championship.
so.
So Thursday, okay.
Thursday at 8 o'clock.
At when?
8 o'clock.
Oh, man.
What?
Thursday at 8.
Thursday at 8.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, Thursday at 8.
What did you say?
I can't hear you. I have headphones in.
Thursday at 8?
Yeah. There's 128 ounces in a gallon.
Where am I?
But they are at Boston this time.
Dude, we beat them in their own house. Like, what else matters? I mean,
They said, "Who do you think Trump should invite to the White House now? Somebody who fights for your country, or the Eagles?"
dude, I was at my sister's house, and her husband said, like, I hadn't even seen it yet. I woke up, I hadn't looked at the scores, I hadn't looked at anything.
Yeah.
And he said, "So did you see the United States-Canada game?" I was like, "No, why would happen?" He said, "Dude, we beat them." I was like, "First off, what?"
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, dude." He said, they booed the national anthem. They talked crap the whole time. There was however many fights in 9 seconds. He said, and then he said, so basically, I think they're the 51st state now.
Yeah.
I was like, I think that's what it means. You beat them at their own sport.
Yeah.
That's like if we beat Mexico at soccer, game over, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's most definitely going to be changed to the Gulf of America now.
The U.S. junior hockey won the championship.
So that's what I'm saying.
They beat Finland for it.
I'll beat you for it.
Oh.
Any hooser, what's her? I got asked an interesting question this week that I don't think I've ever put any actual thought in other than just us joking around on the podcast, and I still don't have an answer yet. Is if I were to legitimately do wrestling,
Yes.
what would my name be?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I really don't know. I
mean-
joked around because someone said the phrase crank angle, and I thought that was the funniest thing ever. So I was like, my name would be Crank Angle, and I would just play up that I'm Kurt Angle's like nephew or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Because, I mean, you hear some of the names that, what was it?
Don't pay him any attention. Listen, he don't have a mic. We don't have to listen to him.
It's like,
Can you turn up all of our headphones? Thank you.
it's like, he doesn't have a mic for a reason.
Yeah.
But, you hear some of the names that these guys had that didn't stick, like Stunning Steve.
Dr. Yankum.
Yeah, and like,
Yeah, and then they're like, I don't know why that one didn't land,
and so I get to thinking, I'm like, man, I don't know, like, and then some of the ones that stick, like, if you really think about it, they're not that cool, but then they worked because of who, like
Steve Austin. Let's think about it.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. I mean, that's cool.
Gold Dust is another one.
But, yeah, Gold Dust, that works, but it only works for him.
Can we also? Yeah, that's very true.
That's it.
That's also like the Hurricane.
Yeah.
That would have been a much cooler name had he not played the superhero type thing.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like that was a wasted name. Also, I don't know how I feel about people that just go out by like a normal name. Like, for one, let's all not pretend like JBL was a cool name.
Right.
What was it? Something Bradshaw Law or whatever. Why can I not remember that now?
Oh, yeah, he was the law firm, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, always rode out in his limousine with big old horns on the front of it.
Yeah.
I don't know why this means horns, but
Horns.
yeah, I don't know. Must be that's the Portuguese sign language for it.
For horns.
Since Dave's not here. Big old horns, that's what that means.
Yeah. In case you were wanting to pick up some Portuguese sign language.
But
Yeah. But then you got like Kurt Angle. He just, you know.
Yep.
I mean, I guess what was his I mean, he had a nickname.
I don't really remember.
I don't either.
I mean, they would, you know, use it some, but I mean, he just went by Kurt Angle.
Old thick neck, that's what I'd call him. Like, how's he broke his neck 3 times, but that thing is like a mile wide.
Yeah. What did it take to break that? I mean,
Well, the first time was in Olympic wrestling.
Yep.
Second time was whenever
Shane McMahon.
that too. No,
Was that the second? Didn't Shane McMahon try to throw him through a glass thing? And
I thought Shane McMahon got thrown through the glass.
Man got thrown.
that's right. Yeah.
and it didn't-
it didn't break.
Yeah, it didn't break the first like 2 times, so they just kept going until it broke.
Yeah.
Along with his neck.
Yeah.
But the second time was Brock Lesnar hit Kurt Angle over top of the head with a chair, and it just
Yeah.
I don't know what the third one was. Either way,
I can't do that.
yeah, that's what I said. The Olympic wrestling was one time, and then Brock Lesnar broke it a second. But I don't know. I didn't know he had another name. If it wasn't Kurt Angle.
I don't know. The American something Kurt Angle, you know, but
I always remember
it wasn't used very much. Yeah.
That's the best part.
But then you've got like Scott Steiner, you know, Big Papa Pump.
But that's just a cool name in general. Like, just how cool is that name? Like outside of wrestling, you hear the name Scott Steiner, like, you know, something's coming.
Yeah. But you know, like, so that was cool. But then his nickname, which he didn't. I mean, you know, they weren't saying, "Oh, Big Papa Pump's wrestling." They said Scott Steiner, but he was also Big Papa Pump.
Yep.
You know. And
I think he did it right, dog. Like,
yeah.
You got the cool nickname, the cool name. Wear chainmail for one.
Yeah.
Chainmail on anything, makes it automatically 10 times cooler.
Yeah. And then, you know, like the whole bicep
Yeah.
kiss and I mean, come on, you know.
Yeah, Big Papa Pump was legit.
But then like you know, his tag team partner Scotty Too Hottie. You know?
Yeah.
And like, how did that work then? Like, now it sounds so ridiculous.
That's what Bear calls old Scott. What's his name? We throw with calls him Scotty Too Hottie.
Scott Shaw.
Wilkins or
Oh, Wilkins.
out of Georgia.
Scotty Too Hottie.
Scotty with the body. That's what I'd call him. Watch your mouth.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I know I wouldn't go by my name.
I just
There's a
go.
lot of them that did though.
I know there's a lot of them that did, but usually those people have, like, I like my name, but just announcing Caleb Day out of in WWE I don't feel like it strikes fear, you know?
Yeah.
And again, this is what means strikes fear, apparently. I don't know what this or this.
You put those two together, and you might. I mean, I don't know.
That might might mean
Ow.
something really bad in Portuguese sign
Yeah,
language.
I'm a little rusty on my Portuguese signing, but
Comment below. Let me know what that means in Portuguese. Yeah, you could just go by Alan the Fag. What could go wrong?
I was talking to somebody the other day about they were talking about announcers and how the UFC announcing and stuff, and how some of the names are crazy and they're you know having to pronounce them and stuff. And I was like, yeah, and then they had run into something like with my friend Alan. the announcers don't want to say his last name.
Yep.
And they'll be like, yeah, coming up next is Alan.
Here's Alan.
Yeah.
Clint is always my favorite.
I love it. Because Clint is so loud.
Yeah.
And vociferous. But then when he comes,
hold on.
That is
Back
very
up.
big word.
You even got Alan to say it on that one.
Wow.
Spell it.
VOCIFEROUS.
Checks out. I wouldn't know. Anyways, what does it mean?
Vocal.
I did.
Like,
Here.
vocal, like emphatically vocal.
Okay, there's another
There's
one.
another big one.
God, I gotta get a thesaurus to talk to you people. That's a big word.
But
Huh?
yeah, he'll be like, yeah, and the change up is so dramatic. He's like, coming up next, Alan. Fag.
Alan. There's Alan.
Yeah.
He's out there.
Here's Alan.
I don't know. Often I think instead of being a wrestler, like being a wrestler would be cool for one. Like, because this guy said randomly, we were talking about something. He said, "You ever thought about doing wrestling?" I was like, all the time. When do I not? Is the better question. Like, if you think I don't just see random things and think I'd powerbomb somebody through that for sure.
Or like see somebody and like, oh man, they're set up for an RKO.
Yeah, dude, I'd hit him with a sweet chin music right now. I'll tune up the band, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's always on my mind. What's that quote from American Psycho? It's like, some people walk around thinking, oh, I like the way they look. Other people think, I wonder how their head looks like on a spike. I'm like, I wonder how their head would look like after a sweet chin music, dude. Like,
And if you kick him in those bad boys,
dude, I'm just saying that's kicking with freedom.
yeah.
In more ways than one. And who's what's her. But yeah, I'm like, just being in wrestling would be sick, but even more so, I really want to be Bruce Buffer.
Yeah.
Being an announcer, I think that might be my thing.
And Bruce Buffer's so cool.
No one does it like Bruce Buffer, first of all. Like, me saying I want to be an announcer does not mean I think I could do it anywhere near like Bruce Buffer. I just think I could do it well, and I would love to try it.
Yeah.
Give me a shot, Bruce. But yeah, no one does it like Bruce Buffer. And I don't think anyone should try.
No.
Because quite frankly, like, if I try to do it like Bruce Buffer, I'm pretty sure I would have to like drink something immediately, or my throat would just close up because of how raspy it gets. But
I wonder what it costs to get Bruce Buffer to like announce an event.
let's find out.
Like, say if we were putting on a stone lifting competition, we wanted Bruce Buffer to be the MC.
What if we're doing a stone lifting competition that we've done a great job of publicizing?
Yeah. I mean, that'd be pretty cool. Hey, Bruce, I know you're a big fan. So,
an example fee to book Bruce Buffer is in the starting range of $40,000 to $75,000.
Oh, wow.
That's for an appearance at events or keynote speaker bookings.
Wow. That's.
I'll announce it for a lot less than that, like a lot, probably about like $40,000 to $75,000 less, ballpark. I'm just spitting out numbers here, but.
So you're telling me it'd be cheaper to get Gigi Mufu?
No, it'd be cheaper to get Gigi Mifu. Is that right, Mike?
Mifu. Mifu.
I think we should end the show after that. How many buttons did you just push?
All of them.
Just like Buddy the Elf on the elevator. Just.
I think the podcast just took a screenshot.
It did. The lights flickered. But yeah, I've been thinking about this for like 3 days. I have no idea what my name would be.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know a legitimate name.
Yeah, I don't know. And like, I keep coming up with just names of wrestlers, and I'm like, well, I can't use that.
I know.
Because,
No.
Nah. He's like, shut up, Mike. That was dumb.
Actually, you know what? I just thought of a cool one. I got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
What about the Smoky Mountain Oak? No, Mike, come back. Oh, come back, Mike. Wait, I thought you were. Oh,
He was just getting more comfortable.
oh, okay. Just fixing a blanket. I thought he was leaving.
Yeah. I was just saying for the people, because obviously he's off camera. He's like, he's just fixing a blanket. Like, Mike's went over.
Plus, I can't use that name anyways because Nathan also already goes by the Appalachian Oak.
Yeah.
So, the Appalachian Albatross.
How about the Weeping Willow?
I don't want to weep.
But you're so narrow.
Ooh,
narrow.
What if
Weeping
And
willow.
long.
I know what it is.
They're narrow and long.
Yeah.
I'll be the Weeping Willow, and my thing will be read 'em and weep. Because it's a W. You get it? W. That was it right there, boys. I think we got it. That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
I'll be waiting for the phone call, Vince. Yeah. You call me after Bruce Buffer.
What was that one we wrestler, the Puke? Remember him?
The puke.
Yeah, and that's what he did.
I think you're thinking of Pepe Le Pew, and that was in Looney Tunes.
He's a skunk,
Yeah.
a French skunk, which is weird.
Yo.
Are there even skunks in France?
I don't know.
I mean,
I was there and I didn't see one, but that doesn't mean anything.
There was one right before you get to your house.
Oh, there's a big one down there next to that bird that also tried to eat it and it got hit. Talk about instant karma.
Oh, yeah.
put some CSI together there and like, okay, well, the skunk came and then it was hit.
Well, I know what happened.
Bird,
I know this is what CSI happened because whenever I left for work, that
You hit
skunk
it.
was already dead there.
You hit it.
Whenever I came back from work, the skunk is dead there, but there's also a
monster.
dead bird next to it.
you monster.
I was out there with my slingshot. Got him.
I will be able to make that sound one day.
It's like my wife whenever I whistle. She can't whistle.
Oh, yeah.
So every time I whistle anything without thinking about it, all I hear is her next to me.
I can't do it either. That's pretty close.
That's close.
All right, we're getting a little.
That's a classic right there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Little Iron Palace ASMR.
Yep. Hope you like that. Is that how it works? I'm going to hate listening to that later. I mean, the editor will.
The editor,
So
yes.
do you have any plans for the Arnold when we go?
Oh, yeah, we're going to the Arnold.
Funny thing
you
is,
really want to see
by the time this episode comes out, it's after the Arnold.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
You're right.
The Arnold was great, boys. We had a blast. Dude, we had Thor on.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Freaking crazy, bro.
Thor wanted our autographs. It was
didn't-
wild.
I didn't have a pen, so I had to tell him no.
We gave him a sticker, though.
Sure did.
I'm pretty excited to see that cage. That thing I sent you.
Oh, I thought,
Oh,
you were
yeah,
I thought you were talking about the one that Mike's sleeping in. It's cozy.
That's a pretty.
Mike's like,
nasty
when did
look.
I become a target?
I think there's a.
Oh, the PR cage? It does look pretty sick. I know I saw videos from a couple years ago whenever they had it, and it was pretty actually, Sam, one of the videos, I don't think it wasn't in the video you sent, but one of the earlier videos you see someone PRing in the cage and Sam is like right behind them.
Really?
Sam goes to the Arnold every year.
Oh, heck.
Yeah, he'll be there. I already asked him if he wants to hang out with us. He said, no, I'm too cool.
Oh, well, makes sense.
I know. He's pretty cool.
There is some open challenges, I think.
I don't think I need to walk in there with my 600-pound deadlift. Everybody's out here roiding out, hitting 800 plus, and I'm like, oh yeah, boys, load 600 up. Watch how slow it moves.
But, like, how many of you are doing this in the middle of a cut?
Yeah, that's it. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
Can you do this in skinny jeans? I don't mean to brag, but I can. Huh?
I haven't been in like 15 years or something.
Me and Alan haven't been in like 2 years.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's going to be like. It's crazy.
Well, Arnold was still governor of California the last time that I went.
I'm just saying
that was.
I think we should post up somewhere. Anytime we see Arnold coming, we just do what Randy Ritchie did.
Start moving people back out of the way.
We get hands out, and we just start pushing people back.
Yeah.
And then maybe.
But we're not quite as big as Randy.
You shut your mouth. Hey.
He was a lot.
Hey, don't you say that.
He was a lot.
Hey,
You're plenty broad.
Yeah.
Pretty broad. I'm going to make a shirt that says I'm pretty broad.
Oh, man.
I crack me up, man.
How cool was Randy Ritchie's gym?
Dude, hands down the coolest gym I've ever been to.
Yeah. I mean, how cool is Randy?
Also,
Like, I love that guy.
like if I had to pick top 10 guests, he takes all 10 top spots. So,
Oh, man, he was awesome.
yeah, you really missed a
He
good
really
one.
did.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, the best part was our camera guy that like sets up our studio and stuff forgot the laptop, so that was pretty sick.
Yeah.
But
The editor really earned his money on that one.
you ain't kidding. I will say though, he did tell me.
The editor?
Yeah, the editor. Me and him talk, you know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I thought you guys were tight.
Yeah. You could say. At times closer, at times further apart, you know.
Let's see how that happened.
You don't want to. But
Yeah, continue, please.
But anytime he edits a video, that was definitely the most enjoyable.
Yeah.
Like, if I had to edit a video, that was the one.
Yeah.
Because that was even so. We have a guy that will message me and tell me what would make good clips in each one.
Oh, yeah.
And he specifically said, best episode, anything in that video would make a good clip.
Yeah.
I was like, that is great. Thanks. So we've made no clips of that one.
I think you need to be looking for a new editor.
We're hiring
We're paying the first one way too much.
that, and you could be the next one if you want to be here. It's real easy. We got a great salary. It's
Dental, 401k.
you get to be here and hang out with us. That's something.
Yeah.
All he brings is energy drinks. I'd show you, but they're not a sponsor. I've applied and I didn't hear back, so you don't get any more free advertising that is mandated by me drinking it. So,
But I will still drink it.
I did drink it. I drank the heck out of it. There's a case of it right next to me, actually. But you're not going to see it. Unless you want to see it, then you can sponsor us, you know. Because it's, you know.
Unless you want to see it.
I mean, am I wrong?
No, not at all.
So, anywho, if you're an energy drink company and you want to see your stuff on our show, we get tens of views.
Hundreds of tens? I was like,
I mean, our last couple we're really coming up in the world, you know.
oh, yeah.
Also, didn't know what was coming up, like in the coming episodes. We're almost at 100, boys.
Oh, wow.
I had no idea. Actually, one of my friends texted me and said, "Oh, dude, you realize you're almost at 100? What are you going to do for your 100th episode?" And I was like, "Big plans. I got big plans."
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Don't miss it.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
I didn't realize we'd had that many videos or episodes.
I didn't either. If he hadn't have told me, we probably would have just blown right by it.
Yeah.
Like, I know we're coming up on 2 years this year, but.
Well, you know, I remember, what was it? 20 was our first big milestone.
That was like the only milestone we celebrated.
We did 20 in the first year.
Yeah.
But yeah, because what was that statistic? Like 98%?
Oh, it's high. Yeah, it's like over 90% of podcasts don't make it past 20 episodes.
Yeah.
Here we are, somehow at 100.
Still grinding.
And I know it's, whoa, excuse me?
Yeah.
That's my chair. Anyways, and we're asking the same questions y'all are.
Yeah.
How?
We
don't know. You know, we just show up. I keep spending money on it. You know.
Yeah.
Hope you like it. We do.
Yeah.
So if you want to be an editor, you know. Yeah. You know.
He's throwing out some more of that sign.
You know, I mean, shoot your shot. I'll probably say yes. Unless it requires money.
That's the one thing we can't provide.
I promise you. You'll get an equal share as much as I pay anybody else in this room. Promise you.
What? You gonna pay us as much as you pay me?
Shh. He almost spilled the beans.
I mean, how can we afford that?
That's what, dude. I ask myself that every day. But we're coming up. We had a few videos really pop off.
Yep. I mean, we are sitting at over 80,000 total views on our YouTube channel.
Just saying. We got to really do something for this 100th episode, though. Like, no joke.
Pretty big deal. Yeah.
That's going to be my wrestling name.
Big deal.
Big deal. Or just Big Dill, like D-I-L-L. Big Dill.
Big Dill Pickle.
What episode are you on?
This one. I haven't named it yet. I'm actually on all of them. I think there was one I technically wasn't on, but I was like, I talked in it.
Yeah, you were still on it. You were just in Japan.
Yeah.
What episode number?
You were so sleepy. I remember.
1 through whatever we're on now.
How close to 100 are you?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's look.
You remember that?
What?
When we did that call in and you were in Japan, I was like, Caleb sounded like a zombie. He was trying.
It was like 3 in the morning.
He was trying so hard to be like upbeat and stuff for the recording, and he was like,
Yeah, that was rough. That was real rough.
We found out that all the toilets in Japan have bidets. Is that one of the things that we found out?
They do.
On that podcast?
That's a fact. Whoa, did you know we've got 5-star reviews on Spotify?
Well, yeah.
Uh-oh.
I've been to Japan too.
What'd you do?
I didn't know we were back on.
I was about to say, we've been on this whole time.
What? Yeah, I didn't know we'd come back. So Da Vinci, the first strongman.
Now, he had said, I've got reasons to believe that Leonardo da Vinci is the first strongman. I've only found one thing that comes close to backing that up.
Yeah.
And it just says, Leonardo was known in his day as the strongest man in Florence. He would impress visitors to his studio with acts of impressive physical strength, like bending horseshoes with his bare hands. As a young man, born illegitimately to a young aristocratic official, he was raised in his father's household.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that is a strongman feat.
Now, hold on a minute. I just found a Reddit story. As we're sitting here,
Oh.
we're doing it live, people.
Uh-oh.
And no matter how many times Dave tells me to stop reading things for the first time live, I'm going to keep doing it.
Of course.
So, on Reddit, the first thing I see is I've read a few references to Leonardo da Vinci's great strength and physical abilities and was wondering if there were any records or history of what sort of workouts he would do. How impressive was bending a horseshoe or door knocker in his hand? What did Vasari mean when he said Leonardo was physically so strong that he could withstand violence? Because that was also something else I seen. That's all it said.
Withstand violence.
He could withstand violence. I don't know what that means. And I said, did Leonardo get into a lot of fist fights? I don't know. So I'd love to learn more about Leonardo's athletic feats, but haven't had much luck. Samesies, bro. I've seen a lot of upvotes, but like no one's really said anything.
Well, you know, like he might have been also like the first bodybuilder. When you think about it, because like
True.
you know his the Vitruvian Man. the sketch of the body that's supposed to have be perfectly symmetrical, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was kind of based on his proportions, you know. So he probably was trying to be, you know, he was probably after the ideal body type or whatever. So he was probably the first strongman and bodybuilder. On top of inventing like the helicopter and crap. I mean, dude's wild.
I mean, maybe bending a horseshoe or closing a door knocker in his hand is like, maybe that's not a crazy feat because we're looking at modern day strongman.
Yeah, we're looking at stuff. We're looking at Brian Shaw and Half Thor.
I mean, like you've got like any average strongman competitor can bend a horseshoe,
right?
But
the thing is, how many people could you just walk up to on the street and hand a horseshoe and say, "Bend this"?
And that's true.
You know,
so maybe that's why we're kind of thinking, maybe, maybe not.
We're looking at it through the wrong lens.
Yeah. But like, if you're just I would also like to know what exactly it means. Like they said, can withstand violence.
Yeah, that's very vague.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Like, is that just he got picked on? Because, I mean, like, they saw him as a nerd?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
A nerd with his paintbrush.
Yeah. Like, did he get put in trash cans a lot? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I doubt it if he was bending horseshoes.
It's true. Maybe that's why he started bending horseshoes. Like, you want to beat me up?
Yeah, look at this.
Try it now. Try it now.
Yeah. What?
But it raised a lot of questions. And I've been trying to research, and I've so far came up to the same dead ends almost every time.
Man, we need an editor and a researcher.
I'll pay the same salary.
Yeah, I'll double it.
Yeah.
I mean,
all I know is that in school I didn't learn a lot, but I learned that anything times 0 is 0. So yeah, I'll double it. I'll quadruple it, bro.
Man,
mess around, find out. You know.
Yeah. But you know, I wonder too about the horseshoe deal. Like, you know, modern horseshoes are, you know, I mean, they're made out of different material than horseshoes 400 years ago.
Probably
you know,
harder, stiffer.
Yeah. So, like, I wonder really what a 500-year-old horseshoe, how much give it would have compared to a modern one, you know?
Or is it kind of like how when you bend a frying pan, you're not going to grab the most stiff frying pan you can find.
Yeah, you're not gonna grab like a cast iron pan.
Yeah, you're like, watch this. Yeah. So I mean, maybe he was just selective on horseshoes.
Yeah, I don't know. Or, you know, and also, like, you know, was it a draft horse? You know, because a draft horseshoe is huge. You know, or well, it can be depending on the.
Now I can tell by the look on Alan's face, he doesn't know what a draft horse is. So I think you should explain that for Alan.
Yeah,
I thought I had a pretty good understanding what a draft horse was.
But I think
Caleb is deflecting.
I think you should make sure.
So so you know there are horses used for different purposes. You know you've got riding horses.
They can write.
Riding. They ride things.
My bad. They ride things.
I was wondering. Like,
I've been looking at horses all wrong.
Yeah. But you know they're for, you know, they're meant to be, you know, ridden with a saddle and stuff. You know, draft horses made to pull things. You know, they're bigger.
Told you, Alan.
They're bigger bodied. They're meant to pull wagons, logs, plows. You know, whatever.
That's what I would be if I was a horse.
And you know, those horses are quite a bit bigger.
It's me. I'm a draft horse. That solves it.
So, you know, and like
that's my wrestling name.
The draft horse.
The draft horse.
The Clydesdale.
Is that where draft beer comes from? Is being pulled by a draft horse?
I think so, actually.
Yep, that's my new name, draft horse. I dig it. It's like black horse, but you know, like not.
Clydesdales, the Budweiser Clydesdales.
Oh, yeah.
Those are that's a breed of draft horse, Clydesdale.
I've been called a Clydesdale before. Just saying.
I've been good. I have never seen anybody more proud to say something.
I'm just saying, like, you don't need to know the contents of or context of why, but still.
But to get to the point though, like a riding horse, like horseshoes are sized in numbers. and you've got an alt, which is a 0, a double alt, which is 2 zeros. They're smaller. A 1, 2, all the way up to like, I don't know. The biggest one that I've ever seen was like a size 7 or something.
That's probably the first time you've gave me a scale of anything that I probably could have guessed.
Yeah, yeah. But like a double alt is not a rare size shoe for a riding horse, and they're yay big.
That's pretty big.
But but then you get like a size 7 draft horse shoe, and they're like, they're that big of a horseshoe. And
now you're doing the hand signs.
And the the tines of the actual width of the shoe can be like an inch and a quarter wide. Bending one of those would take something.
Dude, I'd do it.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Just saying.
I mean, you have picked the Thomas Inch dumbbell.
I think maybe before the cut, but I don't think now.
Honestly, I don't have enough to argue with you, but I think you might be right.
I will say that I feel like I've lost some strength during the cut.
I'm more than likely have. I'm just afraid to find out. Like legitimately, I've thought several times, like there's competitions coming up that I want to do. And I'm like, I don't know. Because if I underperform by my standards, I will be upset.
Yeah.
And I'll probably cry.
I can tell it the most in bench. Deadlift still feels pretty decent.
That's how mine is. That's what I told Alan. Like my deadlift just always feels fine.
Yeah.
Like whenever I pulled 595 the first time was literally like right out of Japan.
Yeah.
Like a 5 week. What I lose? I've not 5 week. No, that wasn't in. I still pulled 595 then. But the first time I pulled 595 was like my first ever cut. And I cut from 290 down to 262.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I weighed in that morning at like 258 for the powerlifting weigh-ins that day, and still pulled 595.
Yeah.
But like everything else still sucks.
Yeah. But like I was the last time that I did a heavy bench work, heavy. I was planning on doing a set of 10.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I was doing, it was going to be 300. I was going to get 300 for 10, which a month or so ago, I feel like going in fresh, I could have got 300 for 12, got it 6. And that was it,
Yeah, I did hit that, which I can never tell because my bench, even though it's not great anyways, it always fluctuates.
Yeah.
Like if I don't get a good one, like it's probably my most prima donna lift.
Right.
Like I can pull 600 cold.
You pull 600 with a cold,
Yeah.
Yeah. Like just whatever, I can go in and pull 6.
But bench, if I don't warm up right, if my shoulders aren't feeling good, if
Mercury's in Gatorade.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If Jupiter's back in the microwave, then like God knows what's going to happen. But like the other day I had to do one set of 6 to 8, one set of 10 to 12. And first set I was like, all right, well I'm just going to warm up with 135. And I was like, why is 6 of 135 like not heavy, but like this is the first time I felt it in a while. I was like, this is crazy. And then I was like, 225 should be an easy first set of 6 to 8 or whatever the rep range was. So I was like, why is this getting heavy fast? Like real fast. So like finished that set and I was like, now I'm having to really debate with myself.
Yeah.
Do I go down in weight?
Yeah. So I did a chest and tricep workout day before yesterday, and I ended with bench. I was gonna do an AMRAP with 135, 10 reps. That's all I got.
Yeah.
And I was expecting to do I felt like I was gonna get 20 reps or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I got 10, and I had to have help with the 10th one to lock it out. And I'm like, why is this? It feels so light in your hand.
Yep.
The hand pressure, you're like that,
Yep.
is nothing, but then you just can't move it.
See, I'm also finding like my grip pretty much I always can just That's my fallback. I never worry about it. Holding on to something has really not ever been a problem.
Yeah.
However, when your rep range, for one, you're dealing with a weight that's moderately heavy. Like the other day, I did deadlifts for, I think it was a set of 5 to 6, and I did a little over 500 for a 5 to 6, and yeah, it was heavy. I'm by no means saying 5 to 6 sets of anything around 500 is light.
Yeah.
But like I found my hands hurting and just having a real hard time holding on to it.
Yeah.
Well before, like my back was like, man, we're getting fatigued here.
Yeah.
Like, man, I might have to use straps for the first time in a long time.
You've never overworked your grip before.
I've never had to hold on to something that long.
Yeah. It's weird. It's a weird feeling getting used to getting buried under something that feels light in your hands.
Yeah, and you're just like stuck under 2 5s. Like,
like
help.
I mean, it's okay to get buried under something that feels really heavy.
Yep.
But when it feels like it should be a warm up, and then you're stuck under it, it's such a weird feeling.
Yeah, nothing about bodybuilding so far makes me feel strong and or empowered.
But I will say though, like the muscle pump.
Oh yeah,
after like it's great. Like flexing in the mirror is a lot more fun after a bodybuilding workout than after a powerlifting workout.
I've so far not seen much difference, but still, I'm like, you know what? I feel like I'm doing a lot more.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be or not.
Yeah.
But
I will say that I have found so far bodybuilding prep harder than powerlifting prep.
I have too, and I'm not shocked.
Yeah.
Like, hasn't surprised me at all.
Yeah. Not the powerlifting prep isn't.
Oh no.
Not that it's easy, because if it's easy, everybody would be a powerlifter.
Yep. I think it's because the barrier to entry for both are vastly different.
Yeah.
If you're coming into bodybuilding, no matter your weight class, no matter your level, the prep is about the same.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Like, yeah, your workouts are different, but either way, you're going, if you're looking at being any kind of competitive, to land top 3, let's say to land top 3, you're going to have to do a really hard cut. You're going to have to be like, you're going to have to be on it. You're going to be crossing every T, dotting every I.
Mm-hmm.
Powerlifting, until you're wanting to get to like super high level powerlifting, whenever you're starting to touch into like nationals and stuff, do you have to worry about a cut into a weight class?
I never have.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
I compete in whatever weight class I just
exactly, and that's what I always do. Yeah. And usually, if you're strong enough, you're competitive at that level.
Yep.
But bodybuilding doesn't matter. You're talking amateur, pro. Mm-hmm. No matter what level of show, you're still doing a 16-week prep or longer. Yeah. Into a 5% body fat physique.
Yeah.
Are you going to make 5%?
No, I'm not talking about us. I'm talking
4.
I'm talking about just like a general.
Only have 62% more to go.
But just like in a general sense.
I'm sitting right now at about 66% body fat.
I don't even want to know what I'm at.
I don't either. I'd be too discouraged.
Yeah. I will say, like, every time, especially like traveling this weekend was really rough. I was like, we're going through the airport, and I'm like, man, this is usually the time that I'm like chowing down on any snack or any food that I walk into.
Oh, yeah. Because, I mean, there's so many snacks
everywhere.
Available at the airport.
And all you're doing is sitting around.
Yeah.
That is prime snack time.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing to do. Sit and eat. Scroll on your phone. Listen to music. Listen to your favorite podcast.
Hey, that's good podcasting there, buddy. That's good podcasting.
But couldn't do it this weekend. I'm just sitting here. I mean, I'm doing all the other, like, playing on my phone and stuff, but
no snacking.
No snackage.
Yeah. Man, the other day at work, some of the guys got together like, you know what? We're all going to put our money together and we're going to order pizzas.
You just flip them all off and walk out?
So they come in with like 15 boxes of pizza. And they spread them out, and I'm like, I'm just going to sit here and eat my tuna. I'm going to eat my tuna, my celery, and my, I'm like, And they're like, "Oh, don't you wish you could eat some pizza?" And I'm like,
"Don't you wish you could breathe?" I can breathe. Oh yeah,
not yet, not for long.
Oh yeah, cry for your mama.
Yeah,
let me show you a trick.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. They're not making it easy.
Yeah, so far the biggest part for me has been like waking up in the mornings, and like this morning, last night I forgot to prep my food. Like I have it prepped for the week, but I just have it like all in kind of big containers. I just got to put it in daily containers.
Oh yeah,
I should do that before, but I don't have that many containers.
Right.
So I wake up this morning, I go, oh, I didn't do that yet. So now I'm in the kitchen like scrambling, trying to get everything together. I spilled rice everywhere. If you have to break out a broom at 4 a.m, it's a bad day.
It's a bad day.
That was my sign to stay at home.
Your cats not eat it?
I'm pretty sure my wife would kill me if I let them eat anything without Googling it. So no, they didn't.
Yeah. My dog eats everything he finds.
Oh, my dogs eat everything.
I feel like if I had a cat, it'd be the same boat. I'd be like, hey, Roosevelt eats it.
Yeah, if it was just me, yeah. My other cat, she's 25 pounds. That's my fault. I'm just saying, like, she loves McDonald's apple pies.
Well, yeah.
Well, who am I to deny her, you know?
Treat that baby every once in a while.
I'm saying. Treat yourself, you know?
Treat yourself. But yeah. Oh, and we had a meeting the other day, and of course they bring in donuts, you know, and they were hot, fresh donuts. And
dude, that's rough.
I'm sitting there, and I'm like, man, I could literally sit. I don't eat very many sweets like that often or whatever, but like just a plain glazed donut.
Oh yeah,
I can sit down and eat 10 of them, easy.
One day last week we had 2 different guys bring in donuts, so we had double the donuts, triple the donuts.
Yeah,
because half the shop wasn't even there; it was their day off. So,
oh man.
So I forgot the other crew was off today, so
I was
like,
like,
eat these.
That's okay.
I think I ate like 7.
Yeah, and that's an easy number to accomplish with donuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to abstain. It was a sad day.
I sacrificed.
Hey, we all have to, you know. We all bear our cross.
And it's funny until I started this cut, I didn't notice how often people bring in food, like for everybody, you know. Yeah. Until I couldn't eat any of it, and then I'm like, I was like, why is this happening every day?
Yeah, Christmas time, I bet I gained 15 pounds. All the crap people kept bringing in.
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm gonna do as soon as this cuts over, dude. Like I'm dreaming of a cheeseburger. Like I'm seriously saying we all go take the chubby challenge.
I've done got my picture on the wall.
I know, I sit by it. Makes me feel at home. You know?
Yeah, I'm game. They were
to go sit by it?
No, to take the challenge.
I think we should.
Yeah.
And now suddenly I'm really hungry.
I'm so hungry.
I am too.
I haven't eaten yet since I went to work this morning. Well, since I ate lunch at work.
Oh, I was like,
but like I haven't either.
I've usually been home from work and eaten like an hour ago.
So you're saying we're running long today?
No. Normally.
Non-podcast days.
Yeah, non-podcast.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. So non-fun days.
Yeah, that's true. They're not as fun as podcast days. But
you heard it here, folks.
But my stomach is not used to my stomach my stomach doesn't realize that we're podcasting. My stomach is like, hey, why am I empty right now?
Yeah.
I feel like my stomach just thinks that all the time because it doesn't know we're on a cut.
Yeah. It's like a time change, and your pets don't realize, that they're like, hey, you haven't fed me yet. I'm like, I don't feed you for another hour. They're like, yesterday it was this time.
Yeah, it don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, you're late for work. No.
Yeah.
Not yet. It's not that time yet.
I'm like, hey, dude, didn't you notice I changed the clocks?
Yeah, look around, buddy.
Dog's like, oh, I failed to look there.
We're chiseling a sculpture out here. Well, what you're doing in there. All right, well. I don't know what to do with my hands. I feel like we need to wrap it up. I don't know how long it's been. Feels like it's been a long time.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, he said. It's been a while. Man. All right, well, to wrap everything up with a quote, seeing as how you haven't done that in a while.
All right.
Anybody got anything else to add before you end it?
Oh, I thought you were going to say anybody got a quote.
Hey, anybody got a quote?
We're going to end with a quote. Who has one?
Yeah, whose turn is it? I assigned one of you.
Not it.
But I didn't tell him. All right. Kites rise highest against the wind, not with it. Winston Churchill.
In my